What if I told you that a $69,000 property investment could come with a $1,232 lawn bill? Sounds absurd, right? Well, meet Charles Corby, a Victorian investor who bought a derelict duplex in regional Western Australia thinking he'd scored a bargain, only to learn the hard way that hidden costs can hit harder than you'd ever expect. Now let's unpack this. Charles snagged this duplex earlier this year, planning to renovate and split the titles. Makes sense. Derelict properties in remote areas often look like easy profits on paper. But here's the twist. While waiting for council approvals, he got hit with a fire hazard notice demanding he cut the grass to 50 millimeters within 4 weeks or face a $5,000 fine. A single lawn mow ended up costing him over $1,200, including GST. Let that sink in. Nearly 2% of the purchase price for one service. What immediately stands out to me here isn't just the sticker shock, it's the systemic irony. Councils slap investors with strict rules to mitigate bushfire risks, which, yeah, totally makes sense in fire-prone zones. But the execution? Brutal. For weeks to comply? For a vacant property in a region where hiring local trades isn't exactly convenient. This isn't just about lawn care, it's about how regulatory pressures collide with the realities of remote property management. Let's break down the math. Airtasker estimates regular lawn maintenance for a 1,268 SQM block at $150 to $260 per visit. Even overgrown jobs rarely exceed $350. So why did Charles pay 4 times that? Location, 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 but not in the way you think. Regional areas often lack competitive service markets. Contractors can charge premiums because demand is high and supply is low. From my perspective, this highlights a massive blind spot for investors. Hidden costs aren't just about renovations or permits. They're about geographic leverage. If you're not local, you're automatically at a disadvantage. And here's the deeper issue. Vacant properties don't stop evolving just because you're waiting on paperwork. Grass grows. Contracts expire. Risks pile up. Councils aren't wrong to enforce maintenance. They're protecting communities. But for remote investors, this creates a paradox. You're financially liable for a property you can't easily access or control. Charles now admits he'll budget for lawn care in future projects. But what this really suggests is that the mental model of property investment needs an overhaul. It's not just about bricks and mortar. It's about anticipating the invisible, like fire regulations, contractor scarcity, or even the whims of local bureaucracy. What I find fascinating here is how this story mirrors a broader trend in real estate. The glamorization of fixer-uppers without acknowledging the emotional and logistical toll. Social media shows us sleek before and afters, but skips the part where you're stuck paying $1,200 to cut grass you can't even enjoy. And let's be honest, this isn't unique to Australia. I've seen similar stories in the US, Canada, everywhere. The dream of passive income collides with the reality of active management. So what's the takeaway? For investors, always account for the unseen costs, especially in regional areas. For councils, maybe streamline support systems for remote owners? And for viewers? Next time you see a bargain property listed, ask yourself, what's the lawn cost hiding beneath the surface? Because trust me, it's there. What's your take? Does this story make you rethink property investment, or is this just the cost of doing business? Let me know in the comments.